Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Pondok Inggris 123. Hari ini kita akan membahas topik yang sangat penting untuk para pembelajar bahasa Inggris, yaitu effective ways to learn vocabulary atau dalam bahasa Indonesia cara efektif belajar kosakata. Dan vocabulary memang menjadi satu fondasi utama dalam menguasai bahasa, tapi seringkali banyak dari kita merasakan kesulitan untuk mengingat dan menggunakan kata-kata baru dengan tepat. Nah, to help us more understood into this topic, we have a very special guest star, Miss Nurma. Ya, Assalamualaikum Miss Nurma. How are you?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah.
Hello, all friends from Pondok Inggris.
Yeah, as we know that Miss Nurma, she is an experienced English lecturer who has guided hundreds of students to improve their vocabulary skill effectively, dan sudah banyak juga yang sukses di tangannya Miss Nurma gitu. Oke, Miss Nurma, kali ini kita membahas tentang yaitu cara efektif belajar kosakata. Nah, ngomongin tentang kosakata itu ada beberapa persoalan mungkin yang dihadapi bagi para pembelajar bahasa Inggris ya, terkhususnya untuk para pelajar baik itu di SD, SMP maupun SMA, bahkan di perkuliahan pun they have the problem about learning the vocabulary. Nah, muncul pertanyaan untuk yang pertama ini adalah why is vocabulary so important when learning English? Ya, jadi kenapa sih kosakata itu penting ketika kita belajar bahasa Inggris? Apakah kita nggak perlu belajar kosakata deh, langsung speaking aja deh gitu praktisnya? Mungkin Miss Nora bisa memaparkan penjelasannya kepada kita kita semua, para audiens ya, para viewer di YouTube Pondok Inggris 123 ini, dan bisa mendapatkan manfaat dari apa yang sudah dijelaskan Miss Nurma. Ya,
Okay, firstly, I would like to say thank you very much for this chance or for this opportunity. I think this platform is really needful for us guys for improving our English every day. So you need to subscribe and then try to be this community members, yeah, because it will help you full very much. This afternoon we can say afternoon because here is
it can be
afternoon.
because this
Yeah.
is still afternoon, not evening.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Talking about vocabulary is important when learning English. I think this will be similar when we learn Bahasa Indonesia, right? Of course, we need to know some words in Bahasa Indonesia to start the conversations or the communications. So, like you said just now, Mr. Ahmad, vocabulary is foundation of any language. Without knowing enough words, it's hard to express yourself. So, words it's really helpful for you guys for expressing yourself, understand others, and when you want to write the text, you can write the text clearly. A rich vocabulary allows you to communicate more effectively and then more confidently. Like English, because English is not our language actually. And then if you are a beginner or you are someone who has basic knowledge about English, better for you to motivate yourself to enrich your vocabulary, just some simple words around you, because it's really important to build your language. If you want to build English language, of course, you need to build your vocabulary. Something like that, Mr.
Okay.
Ahmad.
You know that when we are talking about vocabulary, of course, we have to do something, yeah, do some method, yeah,
Yeah.
do some ways how to memorize the vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Apakah ini lebih praktis, Miss Nurma? Apakah ini lebih efisien menghafal kata-kata yang banyak? Yang biasanya tuh kalau misalnya dalam bahasa Indonesia saya jelaskan, Miss Nurma, in Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes
Yes.
our teacher, kadang guru-guru itu dulu ya, disuruhnya kita buat yang namanya pocket pocket book. Masih ingat Miss Nurma waktu SMP
Yeah,
SMA-nya
yeah,
guru
yeah.
bahasa Inggrisnya,
Yeah.
our English
Like
teacher
small
us,
dictionary, yeah.
ya,
Small dictionary
small
that you can
dictionary.
save in your pocket. Mm-hmm.
Yes, kemudian kita tulis sampai 10, sampai berapa-berapa, sampai 20, kemudian kita hafal. Is it the activity way of the English learner to memorize the vocabulary well?
Okay, it could be one of the alternative for someone who wants to learn English, who wants to learn new language from them. Firstly, maybe I can give the suggestion like you need to determine first which level you are now. If
Okay.
you, the level here could be the level of English or could be the level of your age. If you
Okay.
are elementary students, if you are senior high school student or junior high school students, even you are university students, of course, every level will have different treatment, right?
Okay.
And if you are talking about memorizing, it will make me memorize also one of the level of thinking. Maybe you have ever known about level of thinking, Mr. Ahmad?
Level
Have
of
you ever
thinking,
known?
it's
Mhm.
like cognitive one. Cognitive to Bloom taxonomy, you mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Bloom taxonomy. Bloom is someone who found the model or the pyramid of level of thinking, but
Okay.
continued with Anderson. Anderson is Bloom's students.
Okay.
So, firstly, Bloom tried to make the level with noun words, but now mostly many people will be familiar more in verbs in the verbs kata kerja. Jadi pertama itu levelnya dibuat itu dengan menggunakan kata benda, sekarang sudah menggunakan kata kerja gitu kan.
Okay.
Nah, memorizing itu understanding kan. Memorizing itu adalah bentuk dia knowing dulu, kemudian dia mengingat, terus
Okay.
dia memahami, understand, terus habis itu dia apply. Memorizing sebenarnya adalah the lowest level of thinking. Jadi kalau
Okay.
misalnya berdasarkan Bloom taxonomy itu kita diajarkan, makanya kenapa kita harus consider atau determine dulu level mana yang kita miliki,
Iya,
apakah
betul.
kita seorang anak kecil atau kita adalah anak-anak yang SMP, junior high school atau senior high school. Karena the level of thinking of each level will be different. Harusnya setiap level itu dia jalani. Jadi misalnya dia berada di level memorizing. Memorizing, it means that when you come into the class and then the teachers give you the text, for example, and then many words, you do not know the meaning of the words, you will try to notes on your notes book, for example, and after
Okay.
that, you try to open again at home and then you practice it. So it's kinds of memorizing when you only memorize the words without practicing. So that's the lowest level of thinking. Jadi kalau misalnya mau ningkatin level of thinkingnya, berarti paham penggunaan katanya kapan, kemudian dia menggunakan kata tersebut di conversation atau di kesempatan yang memang dia punya. Even dia nggak punya kesempatan, dia bisa standing in front of the camera, for example, because kita sekarang udah banyak kan, banyak TikTokers,
Iya,
terus banyak
betul.
juga yang suka vloggers gitu ya. So even though you don't have like interlocutor atau someone yang who will listen to you directly, kalian bisa banget pakai
Okay.
your camera and then you speak in front of the camera and then you try to practice. Nah, ketika udah try to practice, berarti dia sudah menggunakan level of thinking apply. Lah, berarti udah level ketiga nih dalam belum taksonomi gitu ya.
Right.
Nanti kalau misalnya dia udah mengaplikasikan, terus dia mendapatkan banyak komentar dari orang-orang gitu ya, maybe tentang bahasa Inggrisnya, terus dia belajar mengevaluasi dan menciptakan sebuah metode baru, how to improve their vocabulary. Nah, di situ berarti level of thinkingnya meningkat. Jadi, menurut Miss Nurma, memorization itu bisa menjadi alternatif, tetapi you have to consider the level of thinking.
So it means if you say that you can
Mhm.
consider the level of the thinking, it means that
Mhm.
memorizing the the vocabularies are just
Yeah.
for the elementary school student or just for a beginner. Okay.
It could be memorizing could be the lowest stage for every level.
Okay.
But don't stop on that level. You need to improve or move to the next ladder, the
Okay.
next stage, right? So,
Okay.
for example, in the class, Mr. Rahmat, elementary school, for example, atau at home gitu. Kalau misalnya many parents atau orang tua itu hanya kasih buku dengan gambar-gambar, kemudian
Mhm.
anaknya mengucapkan kata tersebut, kemudian dia mengingat, berarti itu sudah mencapai level apply, sudah level yang
Apply.
ketiga. Terus nanti orang tuanya ternyata juga try to correct or give the feedback to their children untuk anak-anak mereka atau gurunya gitu ya. Nah, berarti itu sudah mulai level apa namanya mengevaluasi dan itu sudah level 5.
Level
Level of
5.
thinking kalau dari Bloom taxonomy kan ada 6 level ya. Ada
Ya,
6 level dan our government education pendidikan di pemerintahan kita juga kurikulum gitu ya juga sangat mendorong untuk mengembangkan critical thinking kan the ability of the students to think critically dan one of the method kalau kita ngomongin tentang strategi ataupun metodenya adalah gimana kita consider the level of thinking. Jadi mereka itu punya spirit and then motivation to improve their level of thinking. Dan teachers di sekolah pun pertama kan pasti ngenalin vocabulary dulu dong, ya kan sebelum berpindah ke
mm,
yang lain. Nah, kebanyakan dari kita itu kan memorize, kemudian sampai di-apply saja. Padahal sebenarnya ketika dia belajar tentang stationery misalnya atau alat-alat tulis di sekolah gitu ya, dia mungkin bisa bedakan alat tulis yang ada di dalam tas, alat tulis yang ada di sekolah, alat tulis yang dia punya di rumah. Dia try to classify ya
oke.
classify many words around them, tapi dia disediain beberapa kotak, terus nanti dia pisahkan. Oh, ini adalah some stationery yang saya carry from home, carry from atau dia find in the class, something like that. So, kalau sudah di tahap klasifikasi, berarti sudah naik ke asosiasi, dia menalar gitu. Berarti tahap levelnya sudah level keempat, something like that. Terus nanti dia come in front of the class, and then they tell some scenarios yang dia punya di depan studentsnya, berarti dia sudah create something, ya kan? Berarti dia sudah mencapai
Oke.
level 6. Nah, semua level ini itu kayak harus dijalankan gitu loh, di dalam kelas, di rumah gitu, sehingga you can create a student who has a good thinking gitu ya, good level of thinking,
Oke,
something
Miss
like
Norma,
that.
yeah, I agree what you said
Mhm.
before because you have a very much elaborating, very much explaining
Mhm.
about the level of the taxonomy, and then
Yeah.
we have to think about the level of the students also. Like you said that uh, the starting is from the beginning, as we call it. We can use memorizing words for the
Hmm.
beginning students, but for the next level, for example, the highest level, they have to use the critical thinking, as we know that this is
Hmm.
the sixth level of the taxonomy
Mhm.
Bloom.
Mhm.
And in this case, this is what we are talking about the case, Miss Nurma. Of course, this is just the theory. Yeah. This is the theory, but practically in the class, sometimes they have the problem with the way how to execute this this taxonomy Bloom. As you said, that
Mhm.
critical thinking can be used for the highest level for the students. Let's say that this is the 12th grade students, and they have
Mhm.
to create something, create a
Mhm.
paragraph, for example, and they have
Mhm.
to create a story about what they know, what comes in their mind, or maybe
Mhm.
they can criticize what is the story about, for example, and they can
Okay.
present it
Okay.
into the class. But as we know that, me myself
Mhm.
as a teacher, sometimes we see the problem of the students itself. You
Hmm.
know that because of the lack of vocabulary, they cannot elaborate what they are thinking about, and this becomes the obstacle for them to
Mhm.
express the creation of the story that they want to present into the class. So what is this? Maybe do you have some strategies, the best strategies for the students to get this critical thinking become easy, uh, what easy explained, easy used by the students into the class, like that.
Okay, because the case is talking about 12th graders,
Mm-mm.
so senior high school students. So here, and then you try to give me the example about the difficulties of understanding paragraph, and after that, they try to create a paragraph. There are some strategies. We cannot determine the best strategies without knowing about the student's need, of course. But
Okay.
for these kinds of things, I didn't see about the best strategies, but how to try some strategies to make it the best, right?
Okay.
So students, teachers should have many strategies on their mind to applicate or to implement these kinds of situation. Mm, for learning the paragraph, for me myself, based on my experience, I really like to use collaborative learning. Let's say the power of three. So the power of three, this is the title that was made by Larry Verlazo. So many English books already created by him because many experiences also about teaching experiences. We can use the power of three. Maybe you are familiar with collaborative learning, cooperative learning,
Iya,
making
kalau
grouping, something like that. Especially use Jigsaw. Maybe you ever known
Jigsaw.
about
Yes.
Jigsaw too. Also, they have like home group, and then in the home group, they will get some paragraph, for example. Of course, you need to start from memorizing first, right? Memorize, understanding, and after that, you can go to the apply. So for the step memorizing, for example, you have to stimulate your students to get their prior knowledge about that firstly. If you want to make your student create something, of course you need to help them to understand firstly. So they can understand from the group, not from the teachers, that critical thinking, how
Oke.
they found information from their friends. So that's why, for example, Jigsaw, you have three paragraphs. Okay, you have three paragraphs. You can number it, paragraph one, paragraph two, paragraph three. So the member in the group will be three, right? And
Oke.
then each of the person will have one paragraph. Okay, and after that, another group also have the same paragraph. So one will be discussed together with one paragraph. Second
Oke.
paragraph will be second, and then the third will be the third, and then you give the timer, and after that they back to the group, and then they tell what is their understanding about the paragraph to their friends. So they will have the responsibility to explain to their friends about their understanding. They'll
Mm.
learn something about responsibility here. And then, of course, before able to tell to their friends, they need to learn with their first group together, second group together, and then the third
Oke.
group together. So they will have to understand first words by words, right? And words by words here, it should be saved by the teacher, Mr. Rahmat. So, for example, you give the text about global warming, for example, and then they get some terminologies about global warming situation, about the definitions, about the cause, and also the effect, for example. They have to save the vocabulary on their pockets because they need to do that in the group, right? And
Oke.
then when they start to making the experience, they can evaluate or associate when they try to think about what paragraph or what kinds of title or writing experience they can write with some words that already collected. Jadi intinya adalah dia sudah belajar di dalam kelompoknya beberapa kosakata yang dia dapatkan di dalam paragraf tersebut. Kemudian setelah itu barulah kita minta dia untuk menuliskan sebuah paragraf. Nah, praktikalnya kayak gitu. Jadi dia diminta menuliskan sesuatu yang sebenarnya kata-katanya dia udah tahu sebelumnya. Nah, itu
Baik.
bisa menjadi cara dan kita kayak kasih modal ke dia sebelum dia nulis. Nah, ini em, mungkin memang butuh latihan ya. Artinya latihan dan pantauan juga dari teachersnya gitu. Mungkin kalau untuk sekelas kelas 12 SMA sudah bisa ya menuliskan even only 5 sentences gitu ya. Mungkin
Iya, iya,
menuliskan
betul.
5 kalimat dan 5 kalimat itu harus mengandung kosakata yang sudah dia dapatkan dari kelompoknya. Nah, itu adalah cooperative learning dan itu sering sekali Miss Nurma gunakan gitu. Jadi dia belajar dari kelompok. Jadi metodenya bukan ceramah ya, tapi memang how to get the information from their friends through the
Jadi,
grouping gitu.
ya, berarti intinya adalah ketika kita
Mm-mm.
ada suatu permasalahan, mungkin dari gurunya, mungkin perspektif dari
Mm-mm.
gurunya bahwa dalam satu kelas ini mungkin tidak semua siswa memahami tentang paragraf, masing-masing paragraf. Kemudian Miss Nurma memberikan solusi bahwa dengan cara menggunakan metode cooperative learning, ya itu akan
Mhm.
menjadi efficient for the students because
Mhm.
not only one student will learn about that paragraph, but also some students will be involved into that
Yeah.
group and solving that
Mhm.
problem, and
Yeah, by
it can be
themselves.
presented in front of the class gitu. Tapi
Yeah, yeah.
kadang Miss Nurma ada kecenderungan bahwa anak-anak ini kadang tidak sama kemampuannya Miss Nurma. Mungkin dari Miss Nurma
Yeah,
bisa
yeah, it's
memahami bahwa
true.
bahwa bagaimana sih caranya supaya ada semacam kesamaan, ya, the similarity of the ability, uh, not for the ability but the similarity of the uh, transferring the knowledge for the students gitu. Jadi ada
Mhm.
kesamaan transferan ilmu kepada para siswa, tidak ada membedakan antara siswa yang tidak bisa dengan siswa yang bisa gitu. Nah, mungkin itu adalah solusi dari Miss Nurma atau mungkin ada penjelasan lagi dari hal seperti ini gitu. Apakah Miss Nurma setuju atau tidak?
Okay, I think it's also kinds of the problematic questions, yeah, from us as a teacher to make it it's more to make it similar, because every student has their different character also, and then the acceleration of them to catch the knowledge or catch understanding also they have different level, for example. So making the similarity, I think quite difficult for me myself. But as a teachers, never give up to try many kinds of strategies to help them. As long as I know, trying to make them into a group will make them really confident, give their opinions, and grouping also should be considered who will be the members of the group. So the members of the group, when you have the students with low confidence in the group, you need to combine the member of the group with someone who has a good confidence in the group. And it's kinds of mentor or mentee, something like that. So mentor will have responsibility to build positive insight in the group to motivate the students. If the teachers has the time to call them one by one, for example, to motivate, it will be better. But if not, you can use like cooperative learning frequently, very often
Oke.
in the class, because it will help very much to them to build their confidence. When they are confident, they will try to produce many words in the class, and they will try to maybe explore their understanding, explore their experiences, and it could be the paragraph, it could be their improvement for their creativity in writing paragraph. Yeah, something like that, Mr. Rahmat. It's kind
Oke.
of problematic question to make it similar, I think. Mhm.
Yes, yes. Maybe kalau untuk itu mungkin critical thinking, kemudian membuat semacam harus berkelompok, itu mungkin ada satu project yang agak mungkin lumayan berat bagi para siswa mungkin Miss Norma. Tapi bagaimana
Mhm.
kalau misalnya watching movie together atau listening song together, apakah itu bisa
Mhm.
juga membantu para siswa khususnya untuk kelas kelas SMA mungkin ya. Kalau untuk kelas SMP, yang untuk level
Mhm.
SMP mungkin memang mereka itu adalah the new thing for them. Tapi kalau untuk
Mhm.
SMA itu kan mereka sudah diajarkan sebelumnya, tapi memberikan satu hiburan kembali kepada
Yeah.
para siswa untuk menonton film atau mendengarkan lagu, kemudian mereka mengisi missing lyric, apakah itu juga helpful for them to improve the vocabulary gitu.
Of course, yeah. Watching movies and song, it will expose learners to everyday language idioms, slang and engaging ways. Yeah, subtitles or lyric can help learners catch and remember new expressions. Of course, it will be helpful, Mr. Ahmad. A teacher can use that in the class. But my question is, when the students or the teacher just only give the time to watch the video, for example, firstly, and what next?
Iya.
That's the question. If the students only watch the movie without holding the observation sheet, for example, maybe the teachers can provide observation sheet when we learn about narrative text, for example, right? So they try to find some characters, some actors of the story. So they have the project where while watching something like that. So it's kind of the activity of the teachers to help the students improve their language. We need to determine the purpose of the activity first. Watching movie, listening song for getting vocabularies, or for improving their English, or only for pleasure. If only
Oke.
for pleasure, it means that don't give many pressure to the students to do something, right? But if you are a teacher, of course you have the purpose in your learning, right?
Oke.
In the teaching experiences. Maybe they can watch movie at home, listen music, or listen some song, some English song at home. It only for the pleasure. When they are getting pleasure and then they are curious about the songs, meaning about the movie's meaning, yeah, they commonly see the title, the subtitle of the movie,
Oke.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Without just only listening without subtitle. Even maybe for them also they need the subtitle to learn.
Oke.
So it will be back to the purpose. What is the can watching movies or listening song improve their language or their build their vocabulary? Of course, yes, absolutely, but depends on the purpose, I think. And the
Oke.
purpose
Terakhir.
can be back to the teachers or can be back to the people.
Oke, terakhir
Mhm.
Miss Nurma, apakah ada satu buku yang bisa membantu, mungkin buku-bukunya bukan judulnya atau publishernya, tapi apakah
Mhm.
ada yang bisa Miss Nurma rekomendasikan buku-buku apa saja atau jurnal apa saja yang perlu dicari oleh para pembelajar bahasa Inggris? Sekalian Miss Nurma menutup dari perbincangan kita pada hari ini. Unfortunately, because we have a limited time, Miss Nurma. Jadi, apakah
Mhm.
kita membutuhkan satu buku, ibarat kata tuh holy book, buku sucinya, supaya kita belajar bahasa
Mhm.
Inggris itu long lasting gitu? Apa-apa sedikit ke buku itu gitu? Bagaimana, Miss?
Hmm. So many books already read until now, and then for you as a beginner, many platforms of social media will be helpful for you guys. So I don't want to say that books is not important, not like that. You can use some books. Many kinds of book can be used, but for me myself, I really like to read a simple book that really helpful for me to improve my English. Just like small pocket book, something like that. Not remember the publisher also just try to do that and then improve your intention because ketika kita punya niat untuk belajar sebenarnya buku apapun bisa kita gunakan apalagi sekarang kalau sosial media sudah semakin berkembang bahkan sekarang sudah ada permainan-permainan yang bisa sangat membantu gitu ya untuk mengingat kosakata dalam bahasa Inggris gitu dan dulu saya pernah baca buku judulnya Think a Gram nanti coba cari Think a Gram. Telegram ini sekarang sudah menjadi konten-konten di Instagram, di TikTok gitu ya, yang mana kita diminta untuk berpikir dari sebuah tulisan gitu ya, dari sebuah
Hmm, yep, yep.
eh, tulisan kita bisa menciptakan sebuah kata. Mungkin nanti next kita akan coba kalau misalnya memungkinkan nih Mr. Ahmad, we gonna see them, we gonna show them Telegram itu kayak gimana dan sudah berkembang sampai seperti apa sekarang gitu ya. Don't just memorize, guys. Use the words, practice them in a real context, speak, write, and read every day. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Using the language actively is the fastest way to grow your vocabulary. So using is really important than memorizing. So it's better for you. That's all for me, Mr. Ahmad. Thank you for today's opportunity.
Oke, thank you very much Miss Nurma. Maaf sekali karena waktunya kita sangat terbatas sekali Miss Nurma. Kita akan mungkin membahas ini di episode-episode selanjutnya. Dan bagi para viewer ya jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like dan share kepada teman-teman kamu yang membutuhkan channel ini sebagai pendukung kamu untuk belajar bahasa Inggris dan jangan lupa tinggalkan komen ketika kamu sudah menonton video ini. Saya Ramai Hidayat dan